Oh, what is up, guys? Today we're talking about the most useless race in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, the human race. Now, how can they actually fix this for Xenoverse 3? I've read a lot of you guys' comments, and basically the gist of it is they need to add another transformation, and they need to add some type of special perk to the human race. So that's what we're going to be talking about today inside the video. And let's get started, man. So obviously the most popular thing that people want is the Master Roshi buffed up form for the human races. Now, how would this exactly work? You know, I don't want it to just buff up the basic attack of the melee, because the melee moves kind of suck in Xenoverse 2, so I'm gonna, presume that in Xenoverse 3 it's not gonna be the best build to make. Key blast builds are always better typically, but let's just say for lore's sake that it is a massive buff to your basic attacks and mainly your strikes attacks as well, and let's say it gives you more health. So I think that would probably be the best transformation for them to get, because unlike super giant form, you get armor, you get key blast, whole moveset changes, you're basically guaranteed to hit a person. It's going to be different from that. It's going to be different from Super Saiyan, which gives you a basic buff, either in Key Blast and Key Blast Super Strike and all that stuff. It just buffs everything, basically. And then it's going to be different from Ultra Instinct, because it can't auto dodge, but it's going to have armor. So basically, when you transform, you should feel like Broly. Feel like a powerful Broly transformation once you use the human race. You shouldn't feel like a little garbage weakling, you know what I'm saying, with the power pole. Because I've gotten a couple comments in the last video, and a lot of you guys hate the power pole transformation. I do think that it's useful, but I still think that we should at least have 2 more transformations for the human race. Now, obviously, how this transformation will work, it will work like normal Super Saiyan, as long as you have 3 key bars to be able to transform. Do I think that it should drain your ki? No. Do I think it should drain your stamina? No. I think that it should give you enough leeway, enough leverage to actually use it instead of using Super Saiyans. Because guys, let's be honest, man, like the humans, they need to be a little bit broken for us to use them. Like no one wants to be a normal guy. You know what I mean? No Super Saiyan, like kind of cringe. So as long as they make it have super armor, as long as they make it have your health is harder to get down, you have as long as they make it your basic attack to go up, strength to go up, your strikes to go up, I think that it can be really good transformation. But if it's only a buff to strikes and basic attack, no one's gonna use that, unfortunately, guys. I'm just keep 1,000. So they need to add some type of broken ability to it, and my opinion, that I think that for the transformation for the human race, it should be armor. It should like you should feel like Broly, okay, at all times. You should have super armor until you get to your last health bar. Basically, if you guys fight in an expert mission or a raid or something like that, the guy has super armor, basically meaning that he can't be staggered. Okay, I think that should happen for the human race. Now, I know there's gonna be a lot of people cheesing with it online. There's gonna be a lot of people trolling, a lot of people getting mad, but I do think that it's the best case for the human race for us to actually use it, guys. Because Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Red, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan 1 through 3, Future Super Saiyan, we might even get full Super Saiyan Trunks form, which is amazing. But dude, we might get all of those forms, and we might even get full Super Saiyan. Like, you never know in Xenoverse 3, man. So yeah, it's almost impossible for you to pick the human race. So it needs to be broken. Leave a comment down below. Do you guys agree with this? And if you guys have stuck so far, make sure you guys subscribe to more Xenoverse 3 content and stuff like that, and engage the community. So that's the first transformation I kind of want to talk about. The second one, I saw some of you guys say that humans should have some type of innate ability, like either swordsman abilities, so basically like a Trunks, but you're using your sword. Obviously Kaioken. I feel like if you're human, Kaioken should be way stronger than it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get the humans only have like what, 1 or 2 transformations, but still, they gotta be creative with it. You know, make Kaioken broken for humans. I think that pretty much solves, you know, human case. Again, 2 transformations really isn't a lot, or even 3. Let's say power pole, let's say the buff form, and let's say you get a little bit more benefits using Kaioken. That's really not going to stop people from using Saiyans or picking a Majin or stuff like that, you know. But I truly do think that the humans need an X factor, whether that's like basic attack strength is automatically up, you know, or it's like a 2 times boost. But something definitely needs to happen for the humans. You know, obviously you don't want to make them too broken or no one picks a Saiyan because it's useless. But you kind of want to find a nice mix to a point where, like, okay, if I use a human, I go buff form, I can beat out a Super Saiyan Blue, which which technically isn't like really the best thing to do, but I mean, it's something, you know. Something's always better than nothing. So leave a comment down below, what transformations would you guys add for the human race? Because honestly, I can't really think of anything else other than the buff form, power pole, you know, special advantages, maybe weapons. I think would be the most useful thing they could add. So instead of it being transformation, you can just use weapons like a sword, like I don't know, sword, power pole, staff type of move set. You're able to do that, which I think would be the best thing to do, man. And maybe this might be far-fetched, but maybe even ban Saiyans from using potential unleashed. Now I know that people are gonna be like, what, that doesn't make any sense, Gohan used it. Yeah, but he was half human. What if they make that a human trait? You know, like more of a human thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe, what if they make that a human exclusive? Except for when you play Gohan, you're able to go potential. And I think that they should buff up potential Unleashed some more, man, because, you know, you can't really compete with Super Saiyan Blue, where Super Saiyan Blue evolved any of those transformations. It's just getting dog walk, I guess. So, I mean, I guess also Ultra Instinct counts for human race, right? But at the same time, guys, like, does that really count, man? It really does not count. We need at least 1 more transformation, or at least an option to either use weapons or maybe even control a robot. Now, you guys might be saying, hey, control a robot, that's stupid. Yes, it is stupid, but you're able to do it as a human, right? Maybe if you join the RR, you know, the RR Android crew and the Red Ribbon Army, and you're able to either kind of be humanoid android. Maybe if they included an android into the human, I think that would be super cool, because technically that is a transformation that humans can go through, the android. So I just thought of that. Android 18 is just a human, but just android, you know? So maybe if they add that to the game for the humans, then we could easily have another amazing transformation, and that will scratch off one of the boxes that majority of players want. Majority of players want in the android race, but instead of it being a whole race, it could just be a transformation of the human form, and that would be absolutely amazing, you know? And that probably will happen. I would say a 20% out of 80% chance that will happen, but still, that's a good chance, man. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like button, subscribe, and of course, comment.